All right. And just a reminder to you guys, in the Zoom, if you guys could mute yourselves, just in case. Um, Hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and let me remember to actually talk into my microphone or my camera. My name is Chris. I am the ACM president, and I wanted to welcome you guys to our meeting here for the Association for Computing Machinery. We've got in the description below, we've got a link for sign in and a link for Slido, which is where you can put in questions so we can more easily keep track of those. We've got a few speakers here to talk about different sub-organizations that we have, and I need to minimize chat because you guys are actually talking, which I'm not used to. We usually have very inactive people. Love that. Keep chatting it up just over there. Okay, so just want to let you know the importance of signing into all of our meetings. Members, well, first off, for members, you'll get a shirt if you sign up. Not the shirt, should probably be wearing that one. And also, if we'll keep track of the sign-ins for getting participation into damn it. Hi. We're going to have a drawing towards the end of the semester, and so our top participants, everybody who attended like the most meetings, will be eligible to win that item. Additionally, signing into each of the events at some time later on in the semester, we're going to pick a couple of random events that we want to. We're going to give out some swag. We've got plans for little things like pop sockets that are branded ACM, or some stickers and things like that. So definitely make sure you sign in. So what is ACM? So if you guys don't know already, if you haven't watched the video, basically do a similar spiel here. ACM is for students in technology. That's people who are actually studying technology or people who are just interested in tech. If you're just a techie person, we're here for you. We're going to have workshops. We're going to have a lot of opportunities for you to learn and network. Here, I'll tell you, we've got tech talks. So we bring in companies to talk about the technology they use and the opportunities they have with their companies. We do workshops where students will lead, like small classes to teach you new technologies, things that will either help you in your class or expand your knowledge outside of the things taught in class. We'll do socials, so you can, make friends and just hang out, relax after class. And we'll have volunteer opportunities because, it's always great to give back to the community. One of the ones we do for that is there's an organization in San Antonio called Youth Code Jam, and we help out with like elementary, middle school, help teach those kids, get them interested in computer science and programming. That's one of our things. And then we have hackathons, and hackathons is Rowdy Hacks, and I'll let Trey go ahead and talk about that one a little bit later. Let's see. And then last for me is the importance of involvement. Really, I assume most of you guys are here looking to make some money, looking to get a good education so you can get a good paying job and make some money. And to get a good job, well, you got to interest the you got to show the employers that you're really interested in your topic of study. And being involved in extracurriculars such as our organization really it really shows that. It shows that you're interested in technology, computer science, whatever it may be, and that you're willing to go outside of class and learn new things on your own. And that makes them really interested and know that you're going to be a dynamic part of their team, and it makes you a much more attractive employee. So being being involved in ACM looks a couple different ways, whether it's coming to meetings like this one, or attending Rowdy Hacks or workshops, and we could use a lot of these, being an ACM officer or junior officer, coming to our meetings and helping us orchestrate these things. Maybe you can come and be president next year and be a better speaker than I am, because I'm not too great at this stuff. Kind of nervous, even though I can't see you. Still makes me nervous knowing there's like, I don't know how many 80 of you guys out there watching me. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Jonathan, who's going to take over now. Actually, give me 1 second. I need to turn off my camera.
There we go. All right. Not sure. Okay, I still have remote access. I'm good. All right. On the topic of how to get involved, my name is Jonathan. I'll be your ACM treasurer and your RowdyHacks financial director for 2020, 2021. So I got off track. I'm sorry. I'm a little the same way.
No worries.
So, so I can't wait to get this year started off right. So in order to get involved and be a fully fledged ACM member, we're going to need you to do 3 things. Pay your dues by semester, attend our general meetings, underclassmen meetings, our events, workshops, and also join our Slack and social media. So you can pay our dues at the link provided there, acmutsa.org/join, where you can also enter your t-shirt information so we can get those out to you at a later date. On the topic of our social media, it's super important to stay involved and up to date on all of our platforms. Our Slack is probably the most important one to get you on there. You can pay your dues or email us, any of our officers, to get added to our Slack workspace so you can stay up to date with everything that we have going on. You can find us on, can I change the slide? There we go. You can find us on our social media at Discord, on our Discord, YouTube, here at our YouTube. Just right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put a reminder. You can go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. That way you can always be ready for whatever we have coming out here. Our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to our ACM-W director, Tiffany, so she can tell y'all a bit more about that.
I went back too much. Okay. Well, hi, my name's Tiffany. I'm the ACM-W director for this school year. And let's see. Buttons aren't clicking. There we go. Our other officers that you can see on the screen are Stephanie and Lizette. They're actually in the chat right now, so if you guys want to say hi, go ahead. To start off and give you an idea of what ACM-W is, we're a subgroup underneath ACM. We're an all-inclusive group open to anyone, but we mainly cater towards women, minorities, and introductory students. We're a really, really great group to join if you're just getting into technology and you're currently exploring the possible outcomes with your career in tech. My personal goals as the president of ACM-W for this school year is to have our meetings revolve around the different concentrations in CS, or what the CS department gives to us. So if you don't already know what concentration you want to be in, or you're interested in multiple concentrations, make sure you come and check out our meetings. They should help you get a feel for what your career might look like in the future. So here is a quick look at our previous 2 meetings that we had in the last spring, and our 2 meetings that we have planned for this upcoming month. We had Frost come and talk about UX. They did an interactive game with members on what not to do as a UX designer. Our members really liked that. It was super interactive, very fun. Cisco came and had a tech talk panel that went over their career field and what they did to get to their current positions. They also talked about their summer internships and opportunities that the students could get into and get more information about. Our next meeting is the first ACM-W meeting, which is separate from ACM right now, is going to be over internship and career preparation, which is just basically going over how to build your resume and finding out what resources that you can get provided by UTSA. Then we have Essentra coming to talk about cloud computing. Basically, most of our semesters already planned out. We have JP Morgan coming, we have Google coming up in late September, early October, I think. And we're planning on having to have an undergrad research meeting and just like get people to go into that meeting and find out information on how you can get into researches as an undergrad. So we're also looking for a few junior officers to help out with our organization, mainly working on organizing our socials and helping out with ACM meetings. Please sign up if you're interested, and also sign up, or not sign up, but follow our socials, which is on Instagram. It's all on the bottom of the screen. Our Twitter, we have a lot of information there. We always put out our events and like when our meetings are, and then promote internships that you might not know of and scholarships that you might not know of. So be sure to do that. And our first meeting, like I said before, is internship and career preparation, is on September 8th at 5:15 on YouTube as well. Currently internships are starting to open up for like fall, for spring and summer. And it's a really good meeting to come to if you don't have any experience and don't know where to start in terms of creating a resume. It's also really great if you do have experience, you learn how to cater your resume towards a certain application. So put this date on your calendar, and hopefully I'll be seeing you there. And if you don't have any experience and feel like the meeting might not be enough for you to build your resume and put you up there as to be the best candidate for that certain job or internship, I highly recommend that you try and get a project underneath your belt. Rowdy Creators should be able to help you with that. They will, well, I'll let Christina talk about it more in the next few slides. Let me just stop my control. Here we go.
Okay, cool. So thanks, Tiffany. I'm Christina. I'm a computer science and math major, and I'm the CEO of Rowdy Creators. Rowdy Creators is a tech startup incubator that provides opportunity to students to learn new technologies, build projects in diverse teams, formulate ideas, and develop proof of concepts and prototypes for potential startup ventures. Whether you're good at science, engineering, business, or just straight up drinking coffee and surviving college, there's a place for you in Rowdy Creators. So join the community and collaborate on a project. Rowdy Creators will provide networking, tech and business resources, mentorship, and project guidance. There will be opportunities for members to showcase technical projects to peers, faculty, and even sponsors. Some of our previous projects have included video games, facial recognition software, and even a prosthetic robotic arm. Okay, so building and presenting a project is incredibly important. A common quality among those who are recruited by big name companies such as Google, Facebook, and Microsoft is that they themselves took the initiative to build upon their passions out of the classroom. Additionally, you can become a board member for us, and you can expand your professional and leadership skills. Our organization invites any major with any level of experience, so feel free to invite your friends and work on projects together. But then again, Rowdy Creators will help you with team building so that you can find the necessary talent to complete your project. And if you're someone who likes to work alone, that's an option too. And Rowdy Creators will provide you networking and resources to accomplish that. We meet every week on Discord, so you can join that through the QR code here. Oh, go back a slide. And also be sure to follow us on our social media to stay tuned to our updates and important reminders. Next up is Trey with RowdyHacks, who does a very tangential thing to us in terms of hackathon style team building projects. I'm gonna give him remote control.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Trey D'Amico, and I am the Executive Director of RowdyHacks and a junior computer science major. RowdyHacks is UTSA's annual hackathon. And a hackathon is a 24 to 36-hour event where you get to work on a project on a team or by yourself, usually a coding project. And it's a great way to build up your resume, meet some industry connections, and get some real-world experience by showing off what you're really good at, learning something new, and working on a team. And it's a fun weekend to hang out with new friends and engage. And we want you guys to check out RowdyHacks.io, our old website, and keep up with it every so often because we'll be making some updates. And check us out on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook because you can get an idea of our past Rowdy Hacks events there as well. Also, we're looking for more organizers. We're looking for people who'd be interested in joining our sponsorship team, logistics team, design team, hacker experience team, and outreach team. Please scan the QR code if you're interested, apply, and we'll send you an email to get you an interview and get started. Rowdy Hacks will be in the spring of 2021, and we are going to be giving you guys updates every so often. And we look forward to showing you guys what's in store and maybe surprising a few of you in the process. Let's see if I can get to the next slide. There we go. Now, I'll also be plugging some other hackathon opportunities throughout the academic year. This first one is Code Red, which is hosted by the University of Houston. It's on the weekend of October 3rd and 4th, and it's a great opportunity if you've never done a hackathon before, or if you're a seasoned veteran, to get your feet wet at the start of the semester and start coding and getting some real life experience. And I will be posting hackathon opportunities regularly in the Slack channel #hackathons. So be on the lookout for that. And with that, I will be transitioning this over to Brent from ICPC, another wonderful opportunity for you guys.
Alrighty, so hey everybody, my name is Brent and I'm the ICPC chair for ACM. So ICPC stands for International Collegiate Programming Contest. It's a team-based competitive programming group where we focus on problem solving. And it's a fantastic way to get better at technical interviews since a lot of employers will often ask you to solve problems for them. You get to learn and utilize different data structures and algorithms to solve all sorts of problems. And if you're interested, we also form teams and compete with other universities. So since everything is virtual this year, we'll discuss more about how competitions will be later in our meetings. And we primarily use C and Java. However, you're more than welcome to use languages like Python. I know last year we had a team use Python at a competition, and I know some universities use C++. So now you might be thinking, well, how is this helpful? You know, what's in it for me? So first things first, competing is not mandatory, but if you do, it's an extracurricular that you can put on your resume. You also get to develop teamwork skills, which is another bonus for interviews, as employers love hearing how you do in teams. And whether you compete or not, you'll become a much better problem solver. I know big name employees like Google and Amazon will 100% test your abilities. And also, you know, just hang out and have fun with us. We're not all super serious and not everyone is in it for the competitions. All right, so moving on, let's take a look at UTSA's history with ICPC. So UTSA started doing ICPC in 2016 with Dr. Robinson being a coach and a faculty sponsor. He's still super involved with ICPC along with Dr. Charette, who's our algorithms expert. That year we placed 15th out of 70-ish and we were #1 in San Antonio. In 2017, we placed 11th and in 2018, we placed 9th. And UTSA was actually a regional hosting site in 2018, 2019, which was a pretty big deal because there's no other hosting site in the area. So this allows more South Texas schools to compete. Okay, so let me show you an example of a problem that we've done before. Okay, so this one's called throwing cards. This is what a problem could look like. You'll have a problem description on top. You'll have what's the input like, what they expect the output to be. Sometimes the problem descriptions will have a lot of fluff and backstory to them, but thankfully this problem does not. So let me just quickly break down this problem. So you have a deck of cards, right? And they're all sorted. And what you do is you take the top card and you record its value somewhere. And after that, you just throw it out, discard it. And then you take the next card on top and you put it in the back of the deck. And you're going to repeat this process until you have one card left. So pretty straightforward, right? So when it comes to approaching these problems, you often ask yourself, like, what data structure should I use? Any algorithms I should consider? For this problem, we'd like something to be able to handle getting an item at the front and inserting an item at the end of some sort of list, right? Some sort of list of cards. And by the way, I might be saying some technical terms. If you don't understand any of them right now, that's completely fine. And don't worry, because we'll go through all of it nicely at our meetings. Okay, so for this problem, a data structure we can use is called a queue. Queues were built for this sort of thing. When you remove an item from a queue, it removes the front item. And when you add something to a queue, it places it at the end. So don't worry too much about like where it says space efficiency and processing efficiency. We'll go through all that too later. Just know that this is a perfect approach to this sort of problem. And so this is just one example of a problem that we might see. If anything looked intimidating to you, don't worry. With ICPC, anyone at any skill level is welcome to come by. So whether you're in 1713 or you're just now starting data structures, or even if you're past that, all of us work together to solve these problems, and it's all a team effort. And just feel free to just listen too. Okay, so lastly, meeting info. So we'll be meeting on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can join and leave anytime you want. This year we'll be on Discord. So you can use that link below or scan the QR code to the right to join right away. So our first meeting is going to be on September 12th. And I'm also happy to announce that we'll be practicing with two other universities, Texas A&M at San Antonio and St. Mary's University. So it's gonna be pretty lively. It'll be a good time. Also join our Slack channel in the ACM Slack group. But I highly recommend showing up to at least one meeting. See if it's your thing, or if you're really wanting to learn more. But I guarantee that if you join our meetings, you'll end up being a much better problem solver. You might learn some new topics and you'll be better suited to take on technical interviews. So thank you, and I hope I see you all there.
Okay, so that's basically it for all of our like presentation stuff. What we're gonna go ahead and take some questions now. I don't know if we got Janelle, if you could let us know what we got, and we'll everybody can come on. Go ahead and stop sharing.
Yeah, so we actually have a couple of questions for you, Chris.
Okay.
The first being, is the ACM t-shirt different from what it was last spring?
The ACM t-shirt is currently non-existent. We are working on the design. We are definitely going to have a brand new design from the spring. But our media chair, Bryant Gutierrez, he's working on that. I don't know. I don't think we have anything to show at the moment, right?
Not at the moment right now. It's still a work in progress, but I'm thinking probably in a month or so we'll have something done.
Yeah, we're going to come up with something. Well, I say we. He's going to come up with something great, and we'll have a new design for this year.
Thanks. We have a couple more questions about some administrative stuff that I'm going to direct your way to.
Sure.
The second being, do we need to register again if we registered for ACM in the spring or last fall?
Yes. So our dues and registration is by semester. So if you want to get a new shirt and continue to be eligible for other perks such as giveaways and the like, you will need to register each semester. Dues are $20, like Jonathan said earlier, and the easiest way, I mean, unless you want to come to my house, I'll put on a mask and I'll take your $20. But otherwise, you probably want to go to the website, acmutsa.org, click the join button, and our website will happily take your credit card information.
Thank you. And the last question for you, at least for now, is how many junior officers are accepted into ACM?
How many can we get? Honestly, we'd like the transition to like each successive year to be smoother, and things are great when, if me as president, I can get 1 or 2 junior officers just for myself. I can teach them what it's like doing presidential stuff, and then each of us could probably take 1 or 2 junior officers. So whatever interest, whatever position you're interested in, we've got we've got president, we've got vice president, we've got media, PR, membership, Desiree's coming to mind, but a secretary. We've got the technical officer, which is my old job. Zachary Holland's running that now. Got a lot of stuff, ACM-W positions, RowdyHacks, Rowdy Creators positions, lots of places for you to go. So whatever you're interested in, any of the sub-orgs, if you want to work with any of them, reach out to us and we'll find a place for you if you're interested in being a JO.
Cool, thank you very much, Chris. We also have a bunch of questions for Tiffany, the ACM-W president. This one kind of goes along with the last question, but what junior officer positions are available for ACM-W?
I'm gonna branch off of what Chris said earlier. There's currently only three officer positions in ACM-W since we're quite small and we're a subgroup, which is me being the president, Stephanie the vice president, and Lizette being the secretary. We actually already have a JO, Leah, working with us right now. She's not an official JO yet, but she's also like working with ACM and ACM-W. So her position kind of bleeds back and forth. If you're really interested in becoming a JO for us, definitely apply. I will reach out to you and then like set up a meeting and chat with you and see if your availability works with us, if you can fit and be interested in the roles that we have, if that makes any sense. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, I think that definitely gives enough people at least information to come to you and get started. The next question, maybe Gage, you can help out a little bit with this one too, but it's again for Tiffany about ACM-W. Does ACM-W have a Discord server?
We currently don't have a Discord server, but we have an ACM, since ACM-W is a subgroup underneath ACM. We have an ACM social server that we're thinking of revamping and just making it better for every subgroup to be in there, like Rowdy Creators and ICPC and RowdyHacks, even though it's like an event for next year, but just like, a social area and like having announcements for everyone. So that's definitely coming out. I don't want to put a time on it yet, actually, because we're super busy with class and things like that and planning other things. But definitely if the Discord link for ACM will be in the description later. So if you can just join that already, go ahead, and then we'll let you know when everything's finalized.
Perfect. And then the last question is, people are wondering, where can I go to learn more about ACM-W?
Social media, our Instagram. Definitely follow us on that. And you can join our Slack, which is should be in the description too. Our Instagram will be in the description. If it's not already, it will be in like 5 minutes after this when I put it in. But all of our information will be on there. And if you join our Slack, you'll be able to like chat with us directly. And I'm on there all the time, unfortunately. So I'll be able to see your messages and reply immediately if you have any questions on things.
And if I could just add a minor thing, when you sign up for ACM and you pay your dues, you will automatically get an invite to our Slack, to the email that you put in there. So
Thanks for reiterating that.
All right, the next group of questions goes to Trey, the director of RowdyHacks. Somebody was asking, they don't have many friends, should they still do RowdyHacks?
Absolutely. RowdyHacks is a wonderful opportunity if you don't know anybody to go ahead and form a team with other people that you don't know. That's what I did at my first hackathon is I got with people from all across Texas and we built a project together. We'll have some icebreakers available for you to get to know people. We'll have plenty of side activities for you to have fun and meet people there. So we're doing our best to make sure that it's going to be as engaging for everybody as possible, no matter if you're going there alone or with a group.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then this might have been a little bit of a joke, but it's also a question. Maybe they want to know a little bit more about what hacking is, because someone said, is hacking illegal? Why would you host a hackathon?
You know, that's an excellent question. And that's kind of where a stigma comes in for hackathons in general, because when we say hack, we don't necessarily mean getting into the mainframe and saying, I'm in, or go hacking the NSA or FBI. We don't mean hacking away with an axe at a tree like a lumberjack. Hacking is kind of like just a mishmash of putting stuff together in a very short amount of time, just kind of like a life hack in a way, where you're just using what's at your disposal to complete your objective in the best way possible with the resources you have. That's really what we mean by hacking. But yeah, there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to the word hacker.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying that. For now, we don't have any more questions about RowdyHacks, but I am going to shift over to Christina, who is the new CEO of Rowdy Creators. People are wondering, does ACM do projects in bioinformatics?
So we don't have any specific projects that we assign any particular group with. So you're welcome to research any project that you have a desire in completing. And we will guide our mentors to, do a little bit more research in whatever department. We definitely have directors who are majoring in the biomedical fields. And so I'm sure that they will have a lot of insight on those things. But yeah, any project idea is up for grabs. And you can always, it's very loose and you have a lot of freedom in choosing what you want to do.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christina. We're gonna shift gears, kind of go back around. A lot of people still have questions about becoming a junior officer, how to be one, when we'll hear back. So I was wondering, Chris, if you could elaborate a little bit more on what are the steps someone should take if they want to get involved with the officers in ACM or any of our subgroups.
Sure. So to get involved with us, I guess the best way, I know ACM-W actually created like an application page for that. I would say just DM me in Slack. Once you get in Slack, Christopher DeLeon, just send me a direct message and I will get you, our schedule. You can come to one of our team meetings also. That's an option. On our calendar, on our website, we do list our officer meetings in there. There's a link to the Zoom call. So when 5 o'clock rolls around on Friday, feel free to hop in and say hi and talk with us and, get to meet all of us, individually and see if you want to work with one of us as a JO.
Thanks. Tiffany, do you have anything you would like to add to that?
Yeah, I would like to add to that. I don't think I mentioned where to go specifically to apply to be a junior officer besides that QR code that you probably missed earlier. But you can definitely follow us on our Instagram, and we have our links all in the bio, and you can check out the JO form if you want to be one. You can check out the scholarship informations or scholarships that are currently going on and internship and opportunities that are going on. So Instagram, follow us.
Yes, make sure to follow all of our social media. You will find a lot of information there, whether it's for our subgroups or just ACM. The next question is more of a broad question. So really anybody could take this, or Chris, maybe if you want to add something, but how many meetings are we having this year?
We've got it planned out across the calendar. I don't remember the exact count. I want to say it's 8. We're going to be doing meetings every other week, at least the our general meetings. We'll do workshops and extra meetings to fill in here and there, but you can definitely count on us having a meeting every 2 weeks. So you know, we've got a meeting today and then 2 weeks from today, and we'll keep that all up to date on the calendar. In fact, we've already got a workshop coming up on Monday, which is going to be for underclassmen, and I think you yourself can actually speak to that a little bit, right?
Yeah. So this next Monday, we actually have another meeting, and it's a part of what we're calling an Intro to Tech series. So this is for those people who are just looking to pick up tech as maybe a new hobby, or maybe it's your first or second year in your degree program, and you're just looking to gain a little bit more understanding and extra skills. And so we'll be going over on Monday what it's like to be a student in tech, whether you major in tech or whether you're interested in it, different resources, opportunities, and paths that you can take. So that'll be this upcoming Monday at 5:30, streamed in the same place. So yeah, like Chris said, we have a lot of different events. They can all be found on our calendar on our website. So make sure to check that out. We have stuff going on mostly on a bi-weekly basis, but it's a lot of days out of the week. So check out our calendar. The next question, maybe our technical chair, Zach, or social chair, Gage, could answer this. People are wondering, what's the difference between the two platforms, Discord and Slack, with how we use them with our organization?
Okay, so Slack is really going to be more for like formal announcements and you know, coordinating things. Like we use it a lot on the back end for the officers to work on stuff. We will also post out announcements there. We tried to get people to be more social, and we had a few extra channels in there for that kind of thing, but it's just, honestly, I mean, it's really not a platform that people tend to use socially and for fun. So we decided to add on the Discord server because, you know, it's like for gaming and schools using it for stuff. So a lot of people have it on their phones, and we feel like it would just be, you know, a good spot for that kind of like social and casual engagement. So, you know, it is important to be on both. Unless you just want to come to meetings and you don't want to hang out with anybody, then I guess you can leave the Discord part off, but I don't recommend that. You know, come hang out with us. I'll be hanging out in voice channels and stuff if you want, if you're bored and you want to have somebody to talk to while you work on homework. And I'm encouraging all of our members to be to hang out in there more, because you know, it's kind of lonely. We don't have like the CS lab to hang out in anymore. So Discord's a good spot to chill.
Yeah, thank you so much for clarifying that. We also have another question that, again, you might be able to answer, Chris. How many members are in ACM, or I guess how big is our organization?
Sure. So historically, we've usually stayed around 100 members per semester, and we have like a rolling, maybe like 30 or 40 people who are really active. We're trying to grow that. We want to get more diverse people, you know, different tech backgrounds. We don't want to be, you know, we have a lot of CS people, but we're welcoming to everybody else in all kinds of tech. One of the things that's really important with tech also is and it's just kind of a side note, but you know, everything's coming to CS. CS is getting integrated in anything and everything. So whether you're into you know, bioinformatics, or you're doing chemistry stuff, there is some kind of way to integrate it with technology, with computer science. So I think it's really cool to try to bring all those people together, to, especially with like Rowdy Creators stuff or RowdyHacks, where you can meld the knowledge of two completely different fields, bring them together and create something really cool. So that's something we're trying to do actively.
Right, yeah, we definitely want to make as many students as are interested feel welcome in our community here at ACM. And like Chris says, that's something that we're really focused on this year. So we hope that a lot of those students come. Another question, I think we might have touched on this earlier, but it's when are the meetings? Someone is concerned because they work full time. So will they be able to go to some of the meetings?
Sure. If you're at this meeting, then you probably will be able to make it to most of our meetings. Like we're going to be doing it same time Wednesdays. Actually, that's something we should probably announce. We'll be moving it up 15 minutes. So we'll be Wednesdays at 5:15. I know a lot of classes end at 5:15. So in case you have a 6 o'clock class, you'll have a solid 45 minutes between those two classes to hang out with us and, not have to worry about being somewhere else. But yeah, every 2 weeks, again, on our website, on the calendar, we will keep that up to date as soon as we have like scheduled out exactly what's going to happen on those dates. But it will be every 2 weeks on Wednesday at 5:15 for ACM meetings, and Tuesdays on those same weeks for ACM-W meetings.
Thanks. Yeah, and I also want to point out we do have things going on the weekend. So like Brent said with ICPC, that's something that is 10 to 1 on the weekend. So if you work during the weekdays, you could still drop in there. And then we also have those intro to tech or underclassmen workshops that are Monday nights, and those are going to be at 5:30. So hopefully we try to tailor it so that you could join us. I also know that we are currently setting dates for the Rowdy Creators meeting. So that's something that we will try to bear in mind when we're choosing those dates.
And then lastly, just to add, the vast majority of our meetings will be recorded and left on YouTube. So, even if you can't come and participate live, you can come in and watch the videos after the fact. If you have any questions, email us. If we've got a guest speaker, we can forward your questions to the guest speaker, or we can answer them ourselves. So, we try to be really accommodating.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chris, for adding that. So our next question is one for Jonathan, our treasurer. Someone is wondering, how do the members keep informed about the different fees that we have?
That was going to be the different what?
Fees. So what we're charging people.
So how to stay informed?
Yeah, I guess where to pay the fee, what fees we charge.
Okay. So at least for this year, our fees are going to stay fixed at $20 per semester. Like Chris touched upon before, we can be pretty flexible about where to go pay the dues. So for the most part, we're going to push for paying your dues on our website at acmutsa.org/join. That way we can keep track of things much better. But if need be, I am perfectly capable of going on campus too and wearing a mask, 6 feet apart, do like a drop off kind of thing, and you can pay that way. But for the most part, if there would be any changes, I don't think there would be. I think the $20 would just be it for the fees.
Yeah, thank you. And we have a bit of a follow-up question about the fees, and maybe Chris, if you also have something to add, stay tuned. But someone's wondering, will members be kicked out if they don't pay fees?
I'll go ahead. I can go ahead and answer that too. So the membership dues or fees are completely optional to attend and join most of our meetings. Like we said, you can always go to an ACM officer if you really wanted to join our Slack to stay the most involved. You can just ask any of us. We'll send you a link. That way you can get in. The dues are mostly a way of facilitating, you know, an incentive for y'all to keep coming and to, you know, reward you for your involvement with our organization. So that's why we have the perks like Chris said before, stickers, pop sockets, things like that, and so maybe sometimes giveaway prizes of the nature.
Cool. Chris, do you have anything you want to add?
No, that's largely. I think Jonathan, touched on all the major points there. We spend that money back on you guys. So shirts. Shirts. I think that was the only thing that you missed was the shirts. But yeah, shirts giveaways. When we're in person, we usually have like food at every meeting. But since we're not doing pizza, unfortunately, it's just way too expensive to ship everybody a pizza. Otherwise, I definitely would. That would be fun.
Shove it in an envelope.
But we'll get some stuff out to you to make it worth your $20 this semester.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, we're working as hard as we can to make sure that y'all get like everything that we feel that you deserve from your membership. And just want to reiterate that you can participate even without paying your dues.
Right. Thank you for that, Chris and Jonathan. Someone specifically asked what their dues are paying for. I think that you both kind of touched on this. We're not keeping any of it. Like those dues go right back to you guys so that we can provide you with cool t-shirts. We can afford like raffle prizes to give to you guys for attending meetings, and just paying those dues will make you eligible for all of those prizes as we keep track of how many meetings you've been going to. And then also it'll get you the shirt right off the bat. So I have currently one more question. And this can kind of be for anybody, maybe someone who's a little bit more familiar with our Discord server. It says, will announcements be posted on Discord?
And Zach, you want to introduce yourself and cover that one?
Yeah. So I think most of our stuff is we're going to try to relate our Discord server to more of a social aspect. If we're looking as far as announcements, maybe for our YouTube links, most of that's going to be found on our social medias and Slack. If we see, I mean, if we can already see tons of y'all have already joined Discord, so maybe we've been talking about changing a few of our channels up and maybe mixing something up. Maybe I think a good idea now would be to make an announcement channel for everybody, and they'd just be told later on. That'd be like, hey, come check out our stream. Hey, come join the event stuff. So definitely some big considerations for the next week. So I think we could start posting our announcements on there too for those that are interested in just using Discord.
Perfect. Thank you. And so I know we are getting close to the end, but a couple more questions just came in. Someone is wondering, what is the content of our general meetings? So maybe Chris, do you want to talk a little bit more about this?
Yeah, sure. So we're still planning out all of the meetings for this semester, of course, but I can definitely say that historically we usually bring in like a company. We'll have like Frost or Google, Cisco, various companies from around the area, and even some like national, international companies will fly in people to come talk about their companies, come talk about their tech. For them, it's a recruitment opportunity, so you get a chance to talk with recruiters. And but we also heavily encourage them to bring over technical people so that while they get a chance to meet us and our students and our talent, we also get to learn about the tech that's actually being used in industry. So they'll frequently come and do talks on that kind of stuff. Occasionally there'll actually be like interactive workshops in our general meetings, though typically that will be the workshops will be separate. And I think that really covers for the general meetings. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Anybody? I don't think I did.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job of covering what you can expect to see at those general meetings. Like you said, it's a lot of people coming in to talk, and then we also occasionally do workshops. Just come check them out. They're really fun. So the last question that I have is another one for Jonathan and maybe Bryant. People are wondering about the shirts. Can we buy our shirts somewhere, or how do we get our ACM shirts?
So the ACM shirt automatically comes with the membership when you pay your dues either online or meeting in person in some fashion, preferably online right now. But we're working on hopefully a form that we can send out to y'all, all our membership, with your shipping addresses that you would prefer we ship out our shirts to you. That way we can get it out. We know it's a little bit difficult logistically right now. Before we would just hand them on campus, and hopefully we can do something like that in the spring. But don't worry, if you sign up in the fall, we will still have a way to get you your shirts.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jonathan. And thank you for y'all for asking your questions, and to our officers for answering them. That is currently all of the questions that I have. If I missed any, it was not intentional at all. Please reach out to us on social media or the Slack or the Discord. Feel free to ask any of us any lingering questions that we kind of missed out on here. With that, I don't really have any more questions, so I guess I'll hand it off to Chris if he wants to say something.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, I really appreciate all you guys coming to our meeting today. It's been great having, such all this interaction. Chat's been blowing up, and we've got a good number of you guys here. So we hope to see you guys all at our future meetings. And and don't forget, we're looking for JOs. So if you heard something that sounds interesting, or even if you heard something that sounds like terrible, if you want to come and tell me how we should do future meetings, and maybe we shouldn't be using YouTube or whatever. Like, if you got ideas, you got complaints, whatever you got, come to our JO or come to our officer meetings and talk to us about it, and we'll make ACM better. We'll make ACM what you think it should be. So yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more ACM. Kiba, we're not doing Let's Plays on our ACM channel, but yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. We just passed the 100 subscriber threshold, so I will see about getting us a youtube.com/ACM UTSA URL. But yeah, we'll keep up to date with us. Subscribe to the socials, and see you guys soon.